Welcome to part 5 of the DIY Arduino lithium-ion battery management system project. In this part I want to add a charge control MOSFET, so that will allow me to disconnect the incoming power to the batteries if the voltage gets too high on the cells. It will also eventually allow me to shut off the charge to the batteries after they have gotten full. So anyway, this should be relatively simple, so let's just go ahead and get right to it. Alright, so I've put in one of my logic level MOSFETs here. I've just got it wired in series with the battery bank and the power supply essentially, so I can turn the power on and off that's going into the batteries. And the tab of this is the drain of the MOSFET, and that's connected into the ground of the batteries, and then the source of the MOSFET is connected into the ground of the power supply. The power supply is currently on. You can see the amount of current that's going into the batteries here, which is all zeros right now. And I've got the gate of the MOSFET just pulled straight to ground right now. And if I lift this up and I put it to the 5-volt rail, we should see some current start to flow here. So there we go. We've got about 1¼ amps flowing through the MOSFET. So the only thing now really is to add a part to the code that allows the Arduino to control the MOSFET. And I'll just go ahead and put it onto one of my last couple of I/O pins that remain. So I'll go ahead and stick that on digital pin 5. Now another thing I should note is the little logic level FETs aren't rated for as much current as a standard MOSFET. I think this is good up to about 10 amps, which it should actually be able to do 10 amps relatively easily. It might need a heat sink, but it should be able to do those 10 amps relatively easily because I'm not really switching it on and off at a very high frequency. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start doing some coding and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so I have gotten the code put onto this thing. We're going to see what happens if we get one of these cells up at too high of a voltage. So I'm going to start increasing the current limit on the power supply here, and once we hit 4.25 on a cell, it should shut off the incoming power. Alright, so you can see it is working here. The cell number 2 voltage gets above 4.5 and it's shutting the current coming in off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that back down, and we're just going to do some more basic tests to make sure it works on all the cells. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie in the 5-volt rail into the different analog pins. So this would make it think that it has 50 volts per cell, and it'll probably throw the math way off. Yeah, so 50 volts, that has shut off the balance. We already know that it's working on cell 2, but we'll do it again anyway, and that's going to go up to 50 volts or so on cell 2, and we should see this shut off. Yep. And if we do it on cell 3, we should have the same result. So that'll come up to 41 volts, and it has shut off the current there. Alright, so that little added safety measure appears to be working just fine. I'm going to go ahead and redraw the schematic to include the LCD and that new MOSFET, and I'll come back to you. Alright, so this is the updated schematic. I do apologize, I've got a lot of crossing lines in this. Kind of had a hard time getting this in any direction really that made sense when it came to connecting it, but anyway, relatively simple. We've got the MOSFET that we installed today. So this goes from the power supply's ground directly into the ground on the batteries. Then we just have a 220 ohm resistor because that's what I grabbed. I think the ones on the rest of these MOSFETs are 120 ohms, but they don't really matter that much. They're just to limit the amount of current that can go back into the microcontroller if something does go horribly wrong with the MOSFET. Then again, even in that case, I'm not sure if that resistor would really stop anything. Anyway, that just goes over and it connects up to pin 5 on the Arduino. And then you just have the standard wiring for one of these 1602 LCDs. 10K pot up there for the contrast adjust. They did throw a diode in with the package of my LCD, so I just went ahead and put that in there anyway. It's an optional thing. I'm sure that you don't need that, but it's there. And you can kind of see how that's wired into the Arduino over here. Like I said, standard setup. There's not a whole lot of I/O pins left really. We have D1, D2, D6, and D13. So we are kind of running out of digital pins on this chip, and I don't really want to use the RX and TX lines, pins 1 and 2 over here, though I could if I had to. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that small update on the Arduino BMS project. If you like the project, click that subscribe button. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see some smaller updates on stuff like this, you can go and follow my Twitter account. There is a link in the description for that. And that's it for now, guys. Bye.